Hello, I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc, with another one of my little videos designed to help you to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves. It was an exercise in thinking out of the box, and if you're going to flex your faith, you're going to have to learn to think out of the box. I had said for several years it'd be less expensive to drive an old Rolls Royce than it would be to lease a new Cadillac, and it happened that my lease was up on my Cadillac, and I had made a little money in a real estate deal, and I was able to buy a 20-year-old Rolls Royce, pay cash for it. It is in a little rough condition, but I had a 2-year project of restoring that old Rolls, had a great time driving it around and aggravating the religious people. I did feel a little sorry for my church folk on occasion when they tell me, well, we have to explain to all of our friends why our pastor is driving a Rolls Royce, because I was thinking outside of the box. Now you may say, well, is a 20-year-old Rolls Royce? Let me tell you something about a Rolls Royce. No one knows what year model it is. All they see is the flying lady and that big Rolls Royce grill. And even though it had a 3-speed transmission and it wasn't very fast, it was a lot of fun to drive for those couple of years that I drove it. I learned some things about flexing your faith from that Rolls Royce. One thing is you do have to think outside the box. If you read the Bible, and I trust that you do, you're going to realize that every person that ever did anything in faith, by faith, or through faith was a person that was thinking outside of the box. They weren't settling for the status quo. They weren't living que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. They were looking beyond what they knew to what they did not know. They were looking beyond the seen into the unseen, and that's really what faith is all about. Another thing I learned about flexing your faith from that old Rolls Royce is oftentimes you have to repair your faith. Why? Because most people have a preconceived idea of what it means to walk by faith. And until you get rid of those preconceived ideas of walking by faith, you're never really going to flex your faith. So I encourage you to discard the old ideas that haven't worked. Hold on to whatever has worked and embrace the new ideas that I'm sharing with you that will work in your life if you'll just work them. That's something that I learned. And another thing that I learned about flexing your faith from that old car is, and the reason I sold it, it was slow. I mean, it was really, really slow. When you went up onto the interstate, you had to get a flying leap to merge with the traffic. And that's actually why I sold it. The kind of faith that you want to have is the kind of faith that works, and it works now. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. So you want to accelerate your faith. Let me encourage you to use these few thoughts that I'm sharing with you today to accelerate your faith, flex your faith, believe bigger than you've ever believed before. Expect with greater expectation than you've ever expected before. Flex your faith and see what happens in your life. I want you to believe today for something really big in your life. Join me again Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I put new videos on. They're 3 or 4 or 5 minutes long. They'll help you to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves. And join me Sunday at Aspire Church. AspireChurch.tv is the live stream. I'm preaching a message called Flex Your Faith, and I'm going to share some things in it. I've preached faith for 50 years. I'm going to share one thing in it that when I saw it the other day, I thought, why? I've never heard anyone say that, and why haven't I seen that before? This powerful stuff. AspireChurch.tv, or if you want to Facebook, Aspire Church TV on Facebook, 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time this Sunday. Aspire Church is going to be powerful. I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman. Thanks for joining with me. I'll see you again on one of these little videos.